Hey, what's up, you guys? All right.
Hi, Shane.
We have some tea to spill. Okay, so let's talk. First of all, I'm here because I'm the king of like apology videos or like videos where like you were wrong, so you have to talk about it and like talk your way out of it. So, okay, I'm gonna let you guys start with what happened, and then I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Good. We just feel like people are really concerned right now and really upset and angry, Shane, because of what happened with the election. And they were kind of like dumping on us.
Yeah.
And we understand, we get that you're upset and angry, and everybody is, because it was like the nastiest, worst campaign ever
in history.
Well, the crazy thing was, okay, so guys, if you're not aware, which I feel like you are because it was pretty crazy on Twitter, I literally texted you guys like, y'all alive, because it was scary. So Hillary Clinton...
We were, but barely.
Barely. Hillary Clinton did not survive the election, and Donald Trump won, which was fucking crazy. Okay, so you guys had predicted that Hillary was going to win, which technically, I don't know if you were going to get
We saw her winning, yes.
Technically, she did. She got more votes.
Like 2 million votes.
More than 2 million.
That's just not how it
And
works.
still counting.
But because she didn't win the presidency, people went fucking crazy, and they were just like, you're fake, you're fraud, you're fraud. So I'm going to start with my opinion on this, and then we're going to get to
I'd love to
hear it too.
Here's my opinion. I have known you guys for a while, probably 2 or 3 years.
About 2
maybe
years.
3 years.
Almost 2.
And here's the thing. I understand when people see a prediction like that and they're like, oh, well, then they're fake. Oh, well, then they're frauds. Number one, no psychic in the world, not even God, could have predicted Donald Trump being president. Like, I'm going to start with that because that's crazy.
You are so
But number two, like, I have had you guys privately and publicly in videos predict so many things in my life, talk to so many dead relatives that I've never talked about on videos or in my books or anything.
Okay.
We have a collab coming out soon with Tana Mojo that you guys are going to love, where they literally, Tana's never said the name of her stalker, what her stalker looked like,
Ever.
nothing. And they said the name, they said what he looked like. It was crazy. So for me, and you guys have predicted countless things. You guys have heard the list, 9/11, all this stuff. So when people just say like, oh, they were wrong about this one thing, they're wrong about everything, it made me mad because I'm like, well, one prediction is off.
Thank you.
Also, side note, this is getting a little too heady, and it sounds like I'm over talking. But if you guys believe, like I believe, in the fact that everything can change at the drop of an instinct, everything can change. Mandela effect, parallel universe, everything can fucking change. Everybody saw Hillary winning, even Hillary.
Even
Even the Fox
And
News
then-
people.
And then at the last second, it like switched, and nobody believes that it's real. I still don't believe
It's
real.
a Mandela effect.
We don't believe.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Let's just blame it on that.
In its most resplendent form. This is the craziest outcome anybody could have foreseen, and we're not apologizing. I mean, we're sorry if people were offended in some way.
Our
but
intention, Shane, is never to offend people.
No, but it was like, come on, you're going to write in Paris Hilton and Harambe the gorilla, and then come at us.
Did she get votes though?
That's a lot.
Paris got votes?
Yes, it did. People wrote her in,
lot.
and they were
Hilton.
proud of it. Half of the population that was eligible to vote did not show up, and that it sort of angers us that people that didn't vote are criticizing us for actually supporting a candidate that we felt was viable.
So here's my question about psychics in general. So when you see something, like when you see Hillary Clinton winning, is it a vision? Is it a feeling? Or is it more of an intuition and you call that a prediction? Because when you talk to like my uncle who killed himself, who I'd never talked about, when you talk to him, you saw him, you knew what he looked like, you knew his name, you knew how he did it. It was like a feeling, you heard his voice. So that's more than a prediction. That's like channeling something.
That's channeling. That's mediumship.
Is that more of a feeling, an intuition, not a vision?
I'm really glad you asked. First of all, every time we make a presidential campaign prediction, an election prediction, I have a dream about the person that wins usually. Like I dreamt that right before Obama won, I had a dream where Obama came and kissed me on the cheek. He was on a horse. I mean, it was really weird. It was a weird dream.
None of that happened.
And right before this one, I had a dream with Hillary Clinton in it, and we were like in the same room together, and we were hanging out. So it's like that happened, but also we're automatic writers, and we write this stuff. So there's a reason that every intuitive predicted Hillary Clinton.
Every single one we know predicted Hillary. Even astrologers that have been practicing for 50 years saw Hillary.
Right.
And so what we believe is happening is the future is fluid, and we've said this many times, haven't we, Shane?
Yes.
It's not etched in stone. The future is fluid. It is subject to many different variables. We say it's up to your will and intention. We can't control who you vote or what the outcome is, but we see a snapshot of the most likely outcome. Sometimes it's through visions, sometimes it's through dreams, sometimes it's automatic writing. We never got another answer other than Hillary over the past 3 years, even before she was running.
Right. So I guess my next question to that is, and maybe this is like a different video, but I felt like that day, even waking up, and I'm not into politics at all, like I really not.
I'm not really either.
But that day, when I woke up, everything felt different.
Yes.
It almost felt like there was something fucked up going on.
Yes.
And I don't know that much about astrology. I'm like, maybe the moon is whatever. I didn't know.
It was a supermoon.
Supermoon. So
Yes.
when I woke up, something felt wrong. And then when he won, it was such a crazy feeling of this isn't real.
It wasn't.
And the next day, everybody's like, how did that?
It was surreal.
How did that happen?
It was
And
wonky.
Then I started thinking like, oh shit. Like,
What happened?
I'm like, did something like trip up or
Yes,
something change?
and
or
you're,
something
listen,
switch?
I have to tell you, Shane, you're going to hear more come out about deception around this election.
Voter suppression or whatever you want to call it.
There's
There
a
is
lot of
something-
deception.
You're going to be hearing more coming out over the next few months and even years that is now being suppressed. But we don't believe that this happened the way it was intended to happen.
Yeah, this is
by the powers that be.
Well, this is a whole conspiracy video separate from
That's
this.
separate.
From.
Do you
We're
think
sorry.
do you think he's gonna end the world?
No.
We're not sure that this is over, that this is going to end after 4 or 8 years for him. I think it's going to be a shorter run.
I mean,
Yes.
here's the thing too. So you guys make so many predictions, you have so many feelings,
Thousands.
and whenever something true, like the girl from Fifth Harmony coming out is bisexual,
Lauren
all these
Jaraguay.
things happen that you guys predicted, or babies,
Right.
the Kardashian babies, all that
Yes.
stuff. But then there probably is going to be stuff that's wrong because
Of
you can't
course.
predict everything.
We're not God, and we've said that for how many
Listen,
years?
if
We even
we-
said it on the Tyra show.
Listen, if we were God, we'd charge a whole lot.
Oh, a lot
Honestly.
more.
If somebody was to say like, oh, if some of your predictions are wrong,
Right.
you're not psychic. What is your answer to that?
Well, we feel like people are sort of like professional haters. We always say that haters or skeptics are more like atheists. They refuse to believe no matter how much proof we show them. So the people that are crusading tirelessly to make hate videos about us, honestly, they're not looking at the 1,500 predictions that we got right on tape that are documented, Shane.
Side note, I mean, if you were to predict Donald Trump was going to win, the whole lead up, people would have called you crazy. They would have
And
said you
racist.
were wrong.
So also, another
it's
thing.
tricky business.
It is.
We're trying to educate people. There's so many mistaken notions about what being psychic is.
It's
It's not what people think it
It's
is.
a subtle art, really.
It's
It's,
so
not
subtle.
a science. We're not
Yes.
computers that just spew predictions.
This is the way I explain
Yeah.
it too. There's a couple people in my life who they are skeptics in general, but they believe you
Sure.
guys because you guys have predicted so many things
Oh,
in my
that's
life.
nice.
But we were talking about it, and they're like, I think, and tell me if I'm right in this regard. But like, okay, when you're doing like a YouTuber collab and you're meeting with me or Joey or Tanner or somebody, I feel like you get probably 2 or 3 real, genuine, like big, oh my god,
Yes,
because
that's
those
very
are
clear.
very very clear.
Right.
But then the YouTuber expects you to know everything.
Yes.
Like, what about this? What about my friend?
Right.
Amanda?
That's
Or
the
whatever?
mistaken
And
notion.
if you say like, I'm not getting anything, they're going to be like, well, you're fake. So you kind of have to go with an instinct.
Of course.
You have to go in, some of what we do is entertaining. And so we make it fun for the person. We encourage, we inspire. That's just what we do. And if people think we're just telling people what they want to hear, then they can believe that. But why make hate videos based on that? And that's what they're doing. They're making a
Well,
lot of very nasty videos.
That leads
about
me
it.
to my last question, which is, so when this all went down, I was at Joey's house and Hillary lost, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And then Joey goes, oh my god. And I'm like, what? He goes, the twins. And I'm like, what? And he goes, well, they were wrong. What are they going to do? Or like, why were they wrong? Or, like, what happened? And I was just like, oh. And then I went to Twitter and I just saw the Twitter exploding and people were so mad. And then you guys deleted your Twitter. So we haven't even talked about
Just
this.
for a
Right.
day.
So
You
what
know what?
happened?
We got so slammed. It was kind of like an assault or a tsunami of hate on Twitter.
It was.
And so we were like, at midnight, we were like blocking people that were really hateful. And
Oh,
then I
the
said, you know what?
worst.
I'm just going to disengage for a day and see what happens. We disengaged Twitter for one day, and people are now literally on our Wikipedia page saying that we're fake because we went off Twitter for a day. And so this is the kind of thing that happens to us. This has been happening to us for 30 years.
It's called psychic abuse or psychic terror. We call it psychic terrorism. They're terrorists. They use their words as bombs, but it is every bit as destructive. And there's so much misunderstanding. It's a sad thing, but we keep saying, please read our books, look at our shows, listen to our radio shows. You'll hear us describing all of this in depth. But I think they'd rather just hate because it's more fun and they get to feel superior in that moment.
The first thing that people think when like, oh, a psychic was wrong was like, oh, this is fun. We can say everything's wrong. But my reaction was like, I didn't think it was going to turn into a big thing. It did. I didn't think it would because I was like, they've predicted so many things in my life, things in other YouTubers' life, like so many things. So, and by the way, so many things they predicted in YouTuber collabs that we have to cut out because the YouTuber's uncomfortable.
A lot of
and it all comes true.
Thank you for
so like,
that.
If I could put out a fucking video of all the shit they predicted on the YouTubers, that the YouTuber's like, you have to cut that out. And then it happens
all the time.
Probably 50 predictions.
We've gotten people's current boyfriends and exactly what's going on with them, and they've been, oh my God, that's his name, and that's where I met him, and you're absolutely right. And then we look at the collab, and they've cut it all out. And then people go, well, they were vague about that. They didn't even address her love life. We want so badly to say, oh my God, we talked for 10 minutes about her love life. Yeah. She just cut it out. And that is the most frustrating thing about doing YouTube videos. As a psychic, we want our fans to feel like it's a safe place. We make it feel safe for everybody. That's something we work very hard at, and we embrace all communities. We want to be a soft place to fall for people. And when they see these hate comments going by that have no foundation, in fact, it's wounding to us, and it makes us go, remind me, why are we doing this again?
Well, as a YouTuber who's been doing this for about 10 years, and as somebody that a lot of people hate, I just want to say, welcome to YouTube.
Yes.
Welcome to where you're gonna get non-stop hate forever.
And for one joke, your career is over.
For encouraging people from the depths of your life, you will be assassinated over and over and over again.
Well, you guys made it. You survived.
We survived a year.
Twitter's back.
Yeah.
And guys, I just wanted to help with this video because I know how scary it is to, I'm not a psychic.
So sweet.
I mean, I have moments.
You have your intuitive.
I do. I'm not a psychic, but I have had this happen to me where I'll say something wrong, everybody gets mad, and then I don't know what to do. So I wanted to share my knowledge.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
You're a good one.
I love these guys.
We love you.
They're great.
Too,
they're good
sweetie.
people. Stop being assholes to them. But also, I get it.
You.
But this channel's going to continue. They're going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep helping. We're going to keep doing YouTuber collabs. Tana Mojo one's coming out soon, and it's crazy.
Oh, that's an amazing one. We love Tana.
That one's really actually crazy. I was sitting here while it was happening. She started crying. It was like a lot.
Oh, we were all
that's coming soon. And
she's wonderful. Thank you for
some things
everything
that you predict might not happen, or some things that none of us could have predicted
we
might happen.
Guarantee anything, and no psychic should guarantee anything.
We're not like Hartford Insurance, okay?
Yeah, people want an insurance policy. They're not going to get it
for the future.
And if they do, that's the wrong psychic for them. There's no way to guarantee the future.
But Shane, I just want to add, to say that folks, don't let bullies intimidate you. Keep shining your light, everyone, because people will always try to bring you down if you're powerful, which you are. I want you to recognize you cannot let bullies defeat you.
Yeah, prophecy is not an exact science, and we want to encourage you to keep developing your intuition. That's what we're doing this for.
It's great.
If you let one wrong prediction stop you from doing it, then you've missed the whole point. So please try to understand this is not easy work we're doing, but we've so enjoyed the fans that have given us so much love and support. We want to say a special thank you to you. Yes. We are still standing because of you, and we adore you, and we will continue to offer love and support.
We love you, and we love you, Shane.
Yes, we love you, Shane.
Keep shining, Angel.
I predict that they'll be the president soon. Those are some good speeches.
Thank you.
Okay, keep shining, angels,
and we'll see you in the future.